Welcome to the Medium in the Middle podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie, the Medium in the Middle. On this podcast, I share my journey as a developing psychic medium, as a Reiki master teacher, as an Akashic record practitioner, and anything else that's thrown my way. Hello, Middlers. Welcome to episode 195. My name is Stephanie. I am the Medium in the Middle. Welcome back. Or welcome if you are a new listener. I just got off of an Instagram live where we were voting for the card pulls, and you guys also helped me decide what episode to do today. I was in between two episodes. The audience voted that this topic should be "You're Not for Everyone," and you shouldn't be. And you shouldn't be. So we're going to talk about that today because I think it's really important, not only if you own a business, but just in general. Your personality, who you are, who you like, who you don't like. You are not meant to be liked by everyone, and you're not meant to like everyone. And I want to talk about that because energetically, there's a lot that goes with it. So I'm going to start off with just a few updates for our announcements. By the time this is released, I'm assuming these two spots are going to be gone, but at the time of this recording, there is still one lonely spot left in the Reiki Level 2 this weekend in November, and there is one lonely spot left in the December Reiki Level 1, and those are the last Reiki courses of 2023. I will be releasing the January courses very soon, but we're going to let those two spots fill up, and then there will be the 2024 courses. Holy moly. I do have a little teaser that the mentees in the middle, my mentorship program, will be restarting in January, and applications will be opening in December. You can get on the wait list so that you have first dibs to the application. You can send me an email. Everything is on my website, all the information. It's a 12-week program. I've been running this for a few years now. It's amazing. So if you're looking for a mentor in the Reiki, mediumship, or business space, I am your gal. And that program will be going to the wait list soon and then opening up if there are any spots left. So all the information for that is on my website. And I'm very excited to announce that also shortly, it's not launched yet, but it will be. My December Goals workshop is coming back. It's coming back. So that will be live very soon for you to register. I am so excited. It's my favorite workshop. The infamous, I've been running this for, I actually need to go back and see how many years it's been. I think this will be year 4. But I've been personally doing this workshop for, I think, 8 years. I don't know. It's amazing, and I look forward to it every year, and I usually try to wait and do it with you guys. So that'll be coming up in December, in between Christmas and New Year's, and it'll actually be on the 30th this year. It's a Saturday. So save the date. My Goals workshop is coming. Anyways, those are just all the announcements. Things are coming. We're kind of in between right now. And the card pulls for this week were voted on Instagram, and you guys voted the Kyle Gray. Anyways, the Kyle Gray Angel Guide Oracle. Speaking of Instagram, there are scammers on the loose again. Just beware of them. They appear weekly. You don't need to email me. You don't need to message me. I appreciate it. They just happen often. It's just the way of the land. We're in the spiritual community. It happens a lot. Scammers pop up and they'll message you for a reading. Just know that no one will ever message you for a reading. We don't have time for that. And if they do have time for that, you don't want a reading from those type of people. So just never, ever respond. Don't ever send money to a random email. Never send money in the DMs. It's just never a good idea. We all have websites that are all secured. So I will never, ever DM you. It wasn't me. It was a scammer. I wasn't hacked. They make fake accounts that look very similar to my name. They'll spell middle with 3 L's or 2 E's or something that's not very obvious. So just if they come up, block. To be honest, reporting them I don't even think does anything, so don't waste your time. Just block them. There's nothing we can do. It's really unfortunate because it wastes a lot of people's time. So beware of the scammers. So we got a 2-card pull this week. the first card that came was intuition and downloads. Hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, and having the sense that beings are visiting you in your sleep are all signs that you are receiving downloads from heaven. When you draw this card, your angels want you to know that the feelings you are having and the intuitive urges that you have been feeling are divinely inspired. If you feel that you have been having psychic insight into a particular situation and have been wondering if you can trust them, this card is reassuring you that they are indeed correct. This is a time when you are able to see, hear, and feel beyond the human senses. Your intuition is becoming stronger, and you are in touch with angels, guides, and other beings who are encouraging your growth and connection to the universe. We always love it. We always love it. Intuition and downloads. And then we needed one more card, so we got Ask and Receive. Ask and you shall receive. Your angel guide wants you to know that help is available. You are being encouraged to shift your perspective and recognize that even in the most difficult of circumstances, a miracle is possible. Whatever miracles you need, it is available to you now. Your angel guide is encouraging you to recognize that you may have been blocking support by saying no to the things that you wanted to say yes to, and asking you to change that now. When you begin to say yes to the experiences that light you up, you usher increased levels of support into your life. Ooh, ask and receive. And intuition and downloads. Some good cards. I like it. Good vibes. Good vibes. So I have a running list on my phone of podcast ideas that I write down whenever I get the inspiration or a hit or usually a shower thought of like, ooh, I need to make a podcast on that. Or a conversation that I'm having with someone, I always say, ooh, I need to make a podcast on that. And then when it is podcast time, I go to that list and I see what I'm inspired to talk about that week. Because sometimes I'm like, it's not the right timing, or I don't want to talk about that today. So I wasn't really knowing what I wanted to talk about this week. I have stories that I can tell, and I could have lessons that we could talk about. But I try to mix it up, try to keep it fun and lighthearted sometimes, and then sometimes we're hitting you with the hard lessons. So I was in between two, but you guys voted that you are not for everyone. And I was like, you know what? This has been on the list for a long time, and I want to talk about it. And I want to talk about it in two ways. And those two ways are abundance and individuality. So I want to start off by talking about individuality. So this applies in regards to if you own a business, if you are offering a service, as well as just you as a person. So you don't have to be a service provider for this to apply to you. But talking about individuality, there's enough for everybody because no two people are the same. And some people are going to love you and some people are going to hate you, and that's fine. If you love everyone or hate everyone, there's a problem on either end of those spectrums, right? We need to be somewhere in the middle where we like people and we don't like certain people, and we vibe with certain things and we don't vibe with certain things, and we get along with certain things and other things we don't get along with. And that is normal. So for us to even come and try to be a business or a person who is trying to appease and appeal to everybody, there's a good business saying when you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. And it's so true because you can't talk to everyone. And I think it's a good thing that we need to be reminded of. If someone doesn't like you, that's a good thing. If someone deletes you and blocks you and unfollows you, or you're no longer, or customers don't return, that's still a good thing. You can be part of someone's life for a reason or season or a lifetime, and it's true. I should outgrow some of my clients. Eventually, I've helped them as far as I can take them, and then they need to go find someone else to keep taking them along their journey. I'm not going to be the right fit for everybody, and that's okay. Some people are going to vibe with my personality, some people are not. I'm not a warm and gushy energy healer. I don't hug you when I see you. I have been told that I have like a cold look sometimes, or I can seem unapproachable. That's just because of my boundaries. But if you don't like that, there are other people who are more mushy-gushy, who will hug you hello. The last time I was teaching on boundaries, I made a little joke and I said, don't worry, like you will say no. You can say no. There will always be someone else that will say yes. Like you don't have to worry about it. And I was like, everyone sitting in here, you're all learning about boundaries. Don't worry, there's still a bunch of people who don't know about boundaries and they'll still say yes. And it was a little joke, but it's true. You know, there there will be people who will step up to the plate. So we all just need different people at different times, and that's okay. So if you outgrow people, friends, hobbies, jobs, roles, if who you're changing and what you're offering changes, it should be changing because you're not going to be the same person you were 5 years ago, and you're also not going to attract the same things and people into your life. So I think it's a good reminder that not being for everyone is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Obviously, it's like be kind and things like that. We're not being mean to people. But for example, I don't work mornings. I get emails that say, hey, I'm only available before noon. Can you see me any day? And my answer is always like, hi, I'm sorry, I'm not available. Just out of default of availability, I'm not your person. If anyone ever needs an appointment before noon Mountain Standard Time, I am not your person. I don't do 8 a.m. appointments. I don't do 9 a.m. appointments. I don't do 10 a.m. appointments. I don't do 11 a.m. appointments. I don't do noon appointments. I don't do 1 p.m. appointments. I work with all my clients in the afternoon. In the morning is all my admin time, and I am not my best self in the mornings. And I only want to give my fully awake, fully energized best self to my clients, so they get afternoon Steph. No one wants 9 a.m. Steph. I barely like her. She doesn't even talk. So again, anyone who can't come in the afternoon is automatically not my client, but that's okay. I'm not for everyone. There are lots of people who work mornings, and there are lots of people who only work mornings and don't work afternoons and evenings. Those people will find their match. Which brings me to the next part of this, which is the abundance piece of it. And it's that thinking in the abundant mindset and staying in that abundance when you are not for everyone. So I don't have to work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. to be available for every single person. No, I don't work in the mornings, and I am abundant enough to know that there is enough people who want afternoons that will be available. It's the abundance of knowing that even though you aren't for everybody, the people you are for, there will still be enough. That's why I really love the saying, there's always enough for everybody, because there is no other you. So no one is going to do it the way you do it, and the people that want it the way you do it, or how you are, your friendship, your partnership, your job, your role, all of those things, this blanket's over, but no one else is you. So you have that unique it factor of you doing it your way, even when it comes to Reiki. You could say Reiki is the same no matter who you go to, just like you could say a haircut is the same no matter who you go to. Your nail lady is the same no matter who you go to. Your eyebrow person is the same no matter who you go to. And I know you're all sitting there being like, no, it's not. No, it's not. So we know that even hairdressers and nails and estheticians and anyone who provides a service, yes, they're offering the same service, but it's not the same. It's different. When you book your nail appointment, you say, I only want to go with Cindy. Is Cindy working? When does she work? Oh, she only works Wednesday nights? Perfect. I'll come in Wednesday night for my nails because I only want Cindy to do it because you like the way she does your nails. Not everyone is going to like the way Cindy does their nails, and that's okay because there's enough people for Cindy. And I think this can sometimes be twisted where you're not for everyone is like a lack mentality, but I really believe that it is an abundance mentality. If you outgrow me, I think that's beautiful. If you don't like me, I think that's perfect because you're going to find someone that you like. Not everyone is going to vibe with you, and that's okay. So I think that abundance mindset is very important of like, hey, if you didn't like that haircut, go find someone else that cuts your hair. You don't not like getting your hair cut. You just didn't like that person. You didn't not like Reiki. You just maybe didn't like the way that person did it for you. You didn't not like mediumship or development. You just maybe didn't like it with that certain person. And I also feel like this is why, and I've said this before and I'll say it forever, I always say ladies because they usually are ladies, but like the ladies in your life, once you find them, friendships, but also service providers, you are diehard for that person. I made a little joke that I had a waxing lady here in town for a while and then she moved back to Australia. And after she moved, I was like, well, I'm never letting anyone wax me again. And I started to get laser because I was just like, that was my wax lady and now she's in Australia. So as women, we know like you go to the same hairdresser. If they're not available, you wait till they're available. The person that does your eyebrows, that's your person. Your Reiki person, that's your person. When you find someone that you vibe with, you're like, you're my person now forever. And there might be a time when you're like, hey, I don't like how you're doing my hair anymore. I need to go find someone else. Hey, you haven't changed with the times. I want new things. I'm going to go find someone else. And that's okay. So I think remembering that you're not for everyone is very important, but also remembering that everyone is not for you. And that's okay. So you are not for everyone, and everyone is not for you. We know this. And this goes back to marketing. If you've ever done any type of marketing, you will know. I'm sorry, I'm jumping between business and personal, but we're going back to the business side of things. So business marketing. If you have ever done a marketing course, they've always asked you to do your ideal client. And everyone always thinks in a lack mentality, well, no, I'm for everyone. No, you're not. Tell me your ideal client. And when you do your ideal client, they want to know, how old are they? What do they look like? Where do they live? How many kids do they have? Do they have kids? How much money do they make a year? What's their job? What do they do on their spare time? What's their favorite food? What kind of car do they drive? Where do they live? Like you get so specific of who your avatar is. And a lot of people will push back on this and they're like, well, my ideal client is just, women. Women is my ideal client. And it's like, nope, when you're talking to everybody, you're talking to no one. Because you can't talk to a 17-year-old woman and you can't talk to a 65-year-old woman at the same time. So who are you talking to? Well, everyone. No, who are you talking to? Are they 17? Are they 30? Are they 45? Are they 65? Are they 95? Who is your target audience here? So when you are very specific about who that person is and you are only speaking to them, that is where the magic happens, because when you get your perfect ideal client, it is like bread and butter. It just goes together so perfectly of, oh my gosh, where have you been my whole life? We are the perfect match. I love when you come in. I love working with you. You're my favorite client. It's just like that. Those people that are just like, oh my gosh, how did we find each other? This is amazing. And I'm sure we all have that, whether it's a hairdresser, whether it's your Reiki person, whether it's your boss, whether whoever it is, you're like, oh my God, this is a perfect match. It's because you are not for everyone and you can't be speaking to everyone. But when you are speaking to the person who you exactly want to be speaking to, it's like, the heaven gates have opened. This is amazing. And again, jumping back to business, that's when my life is the easiest. When I'm working with my ideal client, everything is perfect. When I'm working with my avatar, and I've had mentees like this, they're like, oh my God, this has been seamless. This has been amazing. And I've said to them, yeah, because you're my ideal client. They're like, what? And I was like, this is my ideal client. And I'll tell them, it's this age. This is how much you make. This is how many kids you have. This is what you're doing. This is what, and they're like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. You literally just described me. I was like, I know I just described you. And that's why we get along so well, because you are exactly who I'm speaking to. If you are not that, you are probably not my ideal client. So we wouldn't get along as well as that. So just wrapping in a little marketing lesson, but that's why writing your ideal client out is very important. I know it seems mundane. You're like, okay, they're 36. They have 2 kids. They make $75,000 a year. They're divorced. They've been divorced for 3 years. Their kids are these ages. They go to school. They play soccer at night. Mom likes to paint. Her favorite food is pasta. She is looking for some self-care time. Her parents live around the corner so they can watch her kids. You think that's mundane, but as soon as you know who you're talking to, it gets so much easier. Okay, the marketing lesson here has ended. I just really wanted to discuss you're not for everyone. and you shouldn't be, and everyone is not for you. So just a little reminder that it's okay to have people come into your life and be like, hey, you supported me when I was at the beginning of my mediumship, but now I'm further along, so I don't need you anymore. Or, hey, now I feel like I need this person, but maybe it's not a forever thing. It's okay for things to come and go. And I just feel like we all need to be a little nicer to ourselves when it comes to this. Because energetically, you don't want to fight for something that doesn't fit. We don't want to push the puzzle pieces in. You're not for everybody, and that's okay. It's okay. Don't let it hurt your feelings. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't feel bad. It should feel good. It should be like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not the fit for you. Great. I know. Let's go back to mediumship. It's like, oh, if I'm not the person for you, I know 5 other mediums. Go see which one you like. When other people ask me for mediumship recommendations, I have a few people, and I'm like, go and see who you like, because not everyone is going to like the people that I refer. If one of them's a fit, perfect. Go see them. If they're not a fit, they're not for you. That's okay. So just a little reminder that it's okay. You are not for everyone. Everyone is not for you. And that's okay. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, this little reminder. Maybe send it to a friend, someone who needs it to hear it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast. I release new episodes every Wednesday. If you haven't already, I would love and appreciate a rating and review. It really helps me out in the podcast world. But until next Wednesday, Middlers, when I see you in your ears, I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, everybody.